Morning, everybody. Well, today is the 3rd. It's Tuesday, June 3rd, that is, 2025. So we're going to go ahead and do yet another pull for today and see what the energy has to say. So far, it's been relatively consistent from last week all the way up to the present, as of yesterday, where we do have an overall positive energy that is out there, watching over and protecting, and is available to you because there are obviously mountains that we are having to scale during this time period as well. So it may seem overwhelming at times. There may be even legal battles, and it's also alluded more than a few times to some more I guess you could say, family issues. It looks to me like maybe a marital type of thing. So maybe the judicial situation that keeps coming up has something to do with that. Maybe not. It's non-specific at this point, but the energy has been relatively consistent, working on 2 weeks now. So we're going to see what the energy is for today. We'll first recap what yesterday was. Now, what we had yesterday, and first off, the overall energy for the week is what we call Sawillo. And Sawillo is S in the actual Norse alphabet, and it looks like an S of sorts. Instead of curvy, though, they're just straight lines. Like the SS we saw again in Nazi Germany that was utilized. But they made it into a negative connotation when in fact it's actually a very positive rune. It means sun, which again for tarot would be the card for Leo, which is strength and courage, things of that nature. Positive rune. But in terms of tarot, it also means victory, clear vision, honor again, achievement, and rest. So I don't know how much rest you're getting. I haven't been getting a lot, but it is what it is. So, and that's one of my favorite sayings as of late. It keeps me from going freaking, ballistic, on other people right now. So I'm trying to be good. But yesterday's energy was Gibo, and again, a very, very positive rune. It's about equal exchange, gifts, love, offerings, partnership, divine union. So it again a very, very positive energy in that regard. So I don't know, maybe you've already got another person lined up on the side, or maybe you were I guess you could say screwed over and somebody has already come into your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. Well, more than a few places, it does seem to indicate that's a high likely possibility. So that was yesterday's overall energy. Now we have, as far as our influences go, we had both Wunyo, again another positive rune, which means joy, bliss, peace, harmony, creation, blessings, and desire. Again, all very positive and good attributes, all in all. And now to the counter of that, and it's not necessarily a counter because, the rune Esau was the other influence. We can look at that next we have last week, where you have the angel and the devil, one on each shoulder, whispering in your ear, trying to get you to go this way or that way. But Esau basically means ice, stasis, frozen, solid, frigidity, cooling, but also means, frustration and at the same time focus. So I guess it'll mean different things for different people who are listening to this. So wherever it applies, let it fit. If it doesn't feel right to you, then don't take it, okay? That's something that they commonly say when doing tarot readings as well. Not every reading and every aspect of the reading is going to pertain simply to one person. It's the overall energy, so it could be pertaining to many, many people, in fact. like I said, these pulls have been extremely accurate in my life. And, you know, and up till about a year ago, I was pulling specifically only for my life. So, you know, I started doing it for other people a year ago. And like I said, I pray over this. I pray that the energy for the week be presented to me for the collective, which is anybody who's watching this. And I also pray that this energy help guide me at the same time. You know, I need guidance as well. So those are the two influences. You got a very positive overall yesterday and a very positive influence on the one side. And again, Esau, which is not positive nor negative. It's a neutral rune, even in its upright, for the most part. But again, depends on your situation and how you look at it. Like I said yesterday, certain crops are actually planted, you know, during the winter months so that in the spring you can harvest them. So there is goodness in terms of what you're doing now, and you can reap the rewards for that perhaps at a later date. That is another possible interpretation. Now, as far as the past energy, we had Othala in the reverse. Now, Othala in the reverse is not a good particularly energy. So it means recklessness, frustration. But again, we see that echoed in Esau, which is the influence from yesterday as well. Legal problems and hassles. So, you know, again, the legal problem seems to be something that's very consistent over the last 2 weeks. I don't know what to say. You know, for you, whoever is going through this, you know, I wish you the very best. And for that energy, I would say, because the future has given us Thor's rune. Now, Thor is the, you know, the god of thunder and things of that nature. So he was the overall protector. And that's pretty much what his rune entails, protection of some type. And we can use that in magical work, for example, as a means or an amulet even to carry with you to protect you from the negative energies, negative forces, negative deities, whatever the case may be. What it actually means or translates out to be, though, is thorn or demon, giant, monster. The word thorn, of course, relates to the protection as it is in terms of like protecting a rose bush or something of that nature, okay? So, and Thor is the son of Odin. And both Odin, Thor are found under the first Ayat, which is Freya's rune, as I explained yesterday. Each series of runes, 8 runes per Ayat or family or grouping. And the first one is the one where we find both Odin and Thor's runes. Okay, so that was the energy for yesterday. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull for today. Let's see. All right. So first thing we're going to do, of course, we're going to pull for the present, as we usually do. So we do present, past, influences, and then finally we do our future pull. So first thing we're going to do is pull for our present energy. So present energy, please. Present energy for today. Present energy for the collective. So, all right. Well, this one flew out. Oh. Esau. So Esau, as I just stated, and some of these runes keep coming out, so I guess they're really trying to make a point here. But Esau is, again, it's cooling, frigidity, frozenness, cooling. It also means focus as well as frustration. So again, that was yesterday's influence. So again, the energy seems to be flowing very, very consistently so far. So that's the overall energy of today. And if you are having a hard time moving, maybe you're locked into your thoughts and so on, Lord knows I'm doing it too. I've got a million thoughts coursing through my head, you know, pretty much all the time as a Sagittarius, but in particular over the last 2 weeks. So I understand. I do. Just don't let it you know, just keep you from being able to make a move. Just assess the good or the positive and the negative, and from that, you know, come up with a course of action. Sometimes inaction is the course of action. So you have to decide that based on your particular situation. All right, so that is the energy for today. Now let's get some influences, see if our influences today are also, you know, neutral. Hopefully they'll be positive. Let's see. Influence for today, Lord. Influence for today for the collective. What is the influence for today? Thank you. All right, so what have we here? Again, we had Main-As yesterday, and again, it's in the reverse. All right, so Main-As in the upright means, again, humanity, human, means altruism, mankind, friends, enemies, things of that nature. Now, when it's in the reverse, it means selfishness, uninvolved, victimhood, egoism, possession or depression, I should say, manipulation, things of that nature. So maybe these things are happening to you. Hopefully you are not the, you know, the person doing this. So again, that goes with the other energy in terms of Esau. Not a positive room. Okay. Now let's go ahead and look at the other influence. Maybe that'll offset things, as it often does. Let's get a room for the influence. Influence, please. Influence. Okay. Radho. Again, we've had that last week, more than once. Okay. Radho is a good room. It's found in the first ayat as well. Now the first ayat, basically, I've already told you who it was that rules it and who's in it and everything else in terms of the gods. So, I mean, it's generally a very positive ayat or grouping. Now, Radho is the great journey, okay? So, journeying, riding, wheel, mobility, movement, rhythm, anything of that nature, okay? So that may be telling you that either you have, you know, some type of you know, maybe even a vacation coming up, or there's something that you need to do, you need to move upon. So, you know, sometimes rhythms, you know, like the cycles, the seasons of the, you know, the year and everything else, things change. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but they always evolve, right? Or like the Wheel of Fortune in tarot, you know, you start off at the bottom, inevitably you'll get to the top at some point, which is a good thing. That's where the rewards and everything else for the good things that you've done, your good deeds and all that kind of stuff. But this is probably telling you to, you know, it also guards you in your journey as well. You can use Radho magically to call upon your ancestors, you know, and the gods, so they can look over and protect you in your journeys. So it is a positive rune in terms of your travels, whether they are mental or whether they are physical journeys. So again, there's a lot going on here with both relationships and legal matters. And they may or may not be, you know, I guess you could say, I forgot my train of thought. Well, they may not be, you know, one and the same, in other words. They may be two distinctly different scenarios, but they may also be, you know, involved one with the other. So let's go ahead and pull our final rune, which is our future, and see what that gives us as far as an insight for today. Okay? All right. Can I get a future energy, please? Future energy for today. For the collective. Tuesday, the 3rd. Future energy for the collective. Tuesday, the 3rd. Thank you. All right. Oh, that's not good. All right. So we got Tiwas. Now, Tiwas is in reverse in this case. Tiwas is basically for the god Tyr. And Tyr is the god of, he's the great sky god, basically, and he's the one that oversees that particular Aet. So that's the first rune in that Aet, or family, and it is the god Tyr's rune. And he's the god of justice, righteousness, and fairness. You know, he's got other titles too. Like I said, the goddesses and gods, they have a long resume. But those are some of the, you know, the premier attributes of his particular energy. Okay? But in the reverse, unfortunately, means blocked journey. So we're seeing the word journey several times here. We just got that in Radho. And now we're saying we have a blocked journey in terms of our future. So blocked journey, questionable motives. We have mental paralysis and imbalance happening. So again, if this is your situation, I know that you must be really going through it at this, you know, in this juncture of your life. And you know, I can't give advice in any way, because, you know, everybody's situation is going to be different. But I understand what it feels like when you just cannot seem to move forward, and even with your very best efforts, things, you know, seemingly still seem to go in a singular direction, which is not the way you feel you want to go. So I would say, you know, of course, consult your God, consult your ancestors, consult whoever it is you pray to or seek advice from, you know, to help you, you know, with your guidance in regards to this. My prayers are with you. I'm seeking, and I'm in a similar situation, like I said. I understand the paralysis part of it as well, when you seem overwhelmed, and there seems to be very few, if any, solutions. And no matter what you do, it just seems like everything seems to be working against you. And you just persevere. That's all I can say. That's the best advice I can give. It's not the greatest thing in the world to hear. It doesn't really help you. It just means you got to really, you know, just stick your chin out there, your chest out, your head up, kind of a thing, and just endure. Persevere. Perseverance goes a long ways, especially in front of the gods. So that's what I would give you as far as advice goes. And I wish you luck on your journey. It looks like it's going to be an uphill climb for the both of us. So perhaps we can encourage each other during this time. And again, we were warned about this last week, and it seems to be heading more and more into a less neutral and more of a negative connotation in terms of the energy. So perhaps these things are about ready to come to a head. I know it is in my life, you know, and hopefully it is in yours as well, so that, you know, the sooner that you go through this, the sooner you get through this, right? So with that being said, I wish you all luck, and we'll just hope and pray that tomorrow's energy gives us a little bit better outlook on things, okay? In other words, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.